All right, people. So welcome again to another episode of Advice to Junior Developers. As you can see, the camera is a little bit more stable and I'm sitting on the sofa this time. And that's because I've got a stand that I bought, I want to say 6 months ago, but I've just not been using. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a sit down and I won't have the camera shaking a little bit as I'm giving advice. So hopefully the quality is a lot better and we can crack on with what we're going to cover in today's episode, right? And so today we're going to be talking about knowledge sharing and why it's really, really important, right? So everyone's got different skill sets. Right? That's going to be completely obvious when you join a particular organization. You might think, this person's rubbish, right? Because they don't know this and I know it and it's really, really basic. Why don't they know it? How have they got the job? All of those thoughts are going to go through your mind at some point in your career when you're working with other individuals. And I just want you to take a little bit of a pause and just think that actually you have to realize that everyone's got different skills and everyone's got different strengths and weaknesses. So at the same time, while you might know something, someone else might not know that, and vice versa, right? They might know something that you don't know. And so if a situation does come that, maybe they're working on a story that's your sort of expertise and you might be doing that later on, and you might be working on something that's their expertise, just make sure that you're sharing that information amongst your team, right? That you're doing a bit of knowledge sharing. And let me explain why that's really, really important, right? And it'll benefit you later on in the career. There's two things, right? You can become an expert at something by imparting wisdom or imparting knowledge onto someone else, right? You know, the best way to learn something or to become an expert in something is by teaching others to do that thing, right? So you'll become more and more better, and sometimes people give you different ideas as well, like, oh, why don't you approach it like this, or why don't you approach it like that? And it might be something that you've never considered ever, right? So you just want to be able to just share that knowledge, because the day will come when you're working on a ticket or you're working on a story and you don't know how to solve it, and that same person that you helped out might come in handy, right? That might help you out. But if you start your career or you start your job and you're just like, oh, forget them, I don't want to help anyone, I just want to focus on my work because that's all that matters. And in a way, that's all that does matter, right? Your deliverables are the only thing that matter. But it will help benefit your learning and development, right? If you help other people out, because they will pay it back. And even if they don't pay it back, they'll pay it forward to other people. And I think that sharing knowledge, particularly in the tech industry, is so important, because you can't know everything and you won't know everything, right? So you have to go out your way to try and help others as well, because you didn't get to the position that you're in by not helping other people or not being helped yourself, right? This is what I mean by it, right? We all start as junior developers at one point in time, and we might know some details, right? But we won't know everything, and we will learn and pick up things through other people. So you just have to realize that and just try and pay that forward, and it will come back to you and pay you back in dividends, right? In you picking up knowledge or picking up new different techniques that you might never have thought of. And if you don't interact and you don't help other people out, right, you'll never know. So take this advice because it helped me a lot and I've learned a lot, and I'm telling you, right? But because I'm going out of my way and I'm helping other people, even mentoring junior developers, right? Once you're out that stage, a couple of years in, if you get the opportunity to help someone who's junior, definitely do it, because it'll benefit you and it'll just keep your problem solving really up there, because you do get comfortable after a while, particularly if you're working in a particular organization. So take that advice on board, pay it forward, help other people out, and they will help you out in return. And it'll definitely help you once it comes to maybe get promoted later on. And you don't know where that person will go off and work and whether you want to go work at that organization, right? So take that all on board and please just build a positive environment, right? Because tech can be really, really toxic, as you've seen me talk about in my other videos. So let's make tech better by being better. So yeah, thanks so much.